What's up everyone, this is Sasquatch Gaming and we'd like to share a series of videos regarding strategy to help you better your game. This is especially intended for beginners, but whatever your level is, feel free to watch along. Hope we can give you better insight to your game and make more wins under your belt. Okay, so without further ado, let's get going. In this video, we'll be focusing on Fortnite. Let's take a look at the early stages of the game, in particular, the jump off. Now, this part of the game is popular among battle royale games where players decide which part of the map they will choose to land. Now, if you're a new player, you probably took this for granted and you probably just jump off anywhere you want. But let's take a closer look and maybe become a bit more logical with our chosen spot to jump off. So, at the beginning of the game where everyone is in the plane, first thing to note is obviously the path of the plane. At this stage, you already have an idea of certain key areas where you'd want to drop. By the way, to get to this view for a better perspective, if you're an Xbox, just hit the view button. Now, dropping in a favorite area that you have memorized can give an advantage, especially if you've played in a while. You'd most likely know where to hide or position yourself. But what if none of these areas are in the current path? In this case, you can focus on the zones on the map, and we can divide them in three. In general, you can drop very early, or you can choose the center, or maybe late out in the edge just when the bus is about to finish its course. Now let's talk about it. Now, you probably heard that in Battle Royale games, you need to land as soon as possible. And that is a sound advice. Fortnite is a race to get your hands on the most powerful weapons as fast as possible before your opponents get to them. So, should you jump very early? Well, that depends. The early stages will have the highest competition at first, so if you're confident, go ahead. It's a high risk, high reward maneuver. Of course, that will vary every game, but in our experience, however, especially if you're a beginner, you might want to wait a little bit more than joining the flock. Dropping in the center gives one powerful strategic advantage, and that is ease of access to any location in the map. It also makes it a lot easier to catch the safe zone as the map shrinks. One drawback, however, and again this would be an advantage if you prefer more encounters, is you will be surrounded by enemies here from all locations, so you might want to put that into consideration. Now, if you prefer less encounters during the start of the game, this is it. Again, this will vary per game, but it's just based on our experience in general. This is probably a good start if you're a pacifist. One drawback though, it could be difficult to chase the safe zone as the map shrinks, and you're likely prone to a lot of long travels. But hey, this could be a good thing if you like open field fights, especially if you got a good DMR or heavy sniper rifle early in the game. And you can always get that wildlife or car ride along the way, right? Of course, this varies per game and the map may shrink in toward the area you are in. But this is a lower probability if you are on the edge. Another good thing with this is the loot you get along the way in your travels. There will be a lot of loot from players that drop in the middle part and got eliminated. Traveling a lot of the area means a lot of loot potential, and starting off in the edge means you can do this with less encounters if you want. Of course, more loot is always a good thing. In summary, assuming that all players jump off equally distributed on the path of the bus means that if you are in the center, you get more encounters from all sides, while if you are in the edge, there's better chances of taking them out while making sure your back is covered. Hence, there's more control on picking up your fights as you progress toward the end of the game. Now, this is where understanding the meta game comes in, as every game will be different. It's for you to find out which areas do players commonly jump off to, and it's your choice whether you want to join the flock or avoid it. That will depend on your playing style. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we look forward to creating more content for you. So subscribing would be a great help. If you're a beginner, you might want to check out our playthroughs. I've placed the links in the description, so just to get a feel of how to get through your typical game. Alright, thanks for watching, and see you next time.